Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Zach Jedi Otaku. We're going to keep going strong with our next episode of RWBY Volume 4, World of Remnant Atlas. Ready? Play. No. Ready? Oh, it was playing. Okay, never mind. We're good. Atlas.
I suppose it's time we talked about the fine people at the top of the world. Atlas is Remnant's youngest and arguably most successful kingdom, but it's a bit of a special case. See, before the Great War, there was no Atlas. There was Mantle. At some point in time, a group of settlers were crazy enough to venture out into the northernmost continent of Solitas. I guess when you're that desperate, a frozen hunk of rock doesn't seem like such a bad place to call home. As a matter of fact, the harsh weather conditions proved to be just as useful as the mountain ranges when it came to keeping the creatures of Rim at bay. But it also kept the people of Mantle from flourishing.
Oh, they went underground.
Humanity's got a neat trick up its sleeve, though.
Found
Whenever we're
dust.
faced with a problem, our inclination is to find a solution. The cold climate of Solitas forced its settlers to adapt. They
Interesting.
developed a more advanced technology, and they did it faster than the rest of the world, because they had to survive. But it was the Great War that really kicked things off. New forms of dust application and weaponry allowed Mantle to expand.
Okay.
More and more territory was set aside for dust mining and research. The territory beside the kingdom's combat school, Alcius, was the most opportune area to construct a new R&D facility. But by the time things were all said and done, it would be much, much more.
Oh.
Alcius was reopened as Atlas after the Great War to house many of the warriors now seeking guidance in an effort to give back to the citizens. Mantle applied all sorts of new dust techniques and technologies it had used in the war to beef up the Academy's campus. The school grounds expanded faster than they could have imagined, and even helped to better secure the surrounding areas. It wasn't long before the kingdom's military moved in, then the labs and research facilities, and eventually even residential areas started popping up. In time, it became apparent that the city of Mantle was living in Atlas' shadow. And so the decision was made to move the kingdom's capital. Mantle was old news, and the kingdom of Atlas was born. A golden age of prosperity, they called it. But those left behind in Mantle would probably tell you that it was the coldest winter they ever knew.
That is one. That's been the most interesting one so far to me. Probably just because we know more about Atlas in general, just because of Ironwood and that, all of that kind of stuff. None of this is all stuff we know. It's just put more into context. When was the Great War is the big question, and what started? What was it? That's the big question we don't really know. It's just that and the Faunist Uprising. Those two events are the key to knowing what's going on right now, I would say. They definitely are the key to knowing what's going on. And so if we learn more about that this season, or this volume, we'll get to see some more stuff will start being connected. But if it's gonna go, 8 to 13 volumes, like everyone's been saying on the comment section, it may be quite a while actually till we know for sure about those things. Or it could, like Game of Thrones, where we don't find out to the final 3 seasons of stuff. All right. Like, comment, subscribe down below. Let me know what you guys thought of my reaction to my review. And as always, Jedi Otaku out.